Happy Friday Live. Thank you for bearing with me for that little bit of time while I tried to get my act together. Let's see how much my act is together. And let's do some scrapping on this fine sunny Friday morning. And let's get so that I can see you. That is always good. Here we are. Okay. Is that working? I think so. Oh, I'm a little... Camera's... So it needs to go this way. I think. We'll see. Anyway, we're a little zoomed in more. Not zoomed in so much that you can't see what I was finishing before I went live with all of this. All these offcuts of paper sitting on my desk. I'll take those away for you. How is everyone? Now, I have to admit, I have not finished Monday's page because it has been a week of deadlines. It has been a week of deadlines making a whooshing sound as they go past my ear. So, I haven't finished yet. It's exactly what it looked like on Monday. But it will get finished. I promise. Just like all the deadlines that whooshed past my ear. Right, so this is just a little quick flip through of things I've made so far with the April kit. It feels like we just started this month, but it is flying. It is absolutely flying. Right. Oh, sorry, she hasn't finished watching, so in her mind, it's not done anyway. That's okay. That's a perfect way to look at it. Perfect. Okay. So let's see what we have left in this kit, shall we? That would be a very good question. What do we have left? It's over here. All right. We have... All right. Have I got something stuck to it? Yeah. Okay. Where can I put those? There. So there's a piece of paper in here that I haven't cut into yet, but I haven't forgotten. This. But I've decided I'm going to use this as a whole page with some particular photos, and so that's going to be in next week's lives. Yeah, or one of them. Yeah. Sarah says, don't we have next week's lives too? Yeah. Yeah. So that paper aside, what do we have left? Still quite a bit. So I've got a lot of this pink. I've got a bit of this blue. Randomly, almost a whole 4x4 square there. Cut apart with the rainbow. Definitely want to use that rainbow B-side. Cut apart there and here. Plenty of tags. It's a big kit this month. I haven't cut into this. We need to do something with that. That's just the packet. Plenty of letter stickers. Oh, I had a second sheet of bunnies. Because when I didn't get any at all, and then I had to order some, I'm like, well, I'm going to have two. So there we go. So that's got a B side and a colorful side. A fair chunk of the yellow. This one, multicolored on that side and tone on tone here. Lots of squares, so maybe I need to do a layout that's very square based. Yeah. Cut apart here with these lovely hearts. And then look at this purple wonderment that's ended up all together here. And then purples. Okay. And what do I have printed? I'm thinking, I haven't printed the birthday photos yet. And they're pink and purple. So I think I should save these till next week and print the purple birthday photos. Yeah? Okay. So that's well, I guess that's next week's 2 lives. There we go. One of them will be this and one of them will be that. Plan. Look at me. All right. while I have a look at what will match here, why don't I make sure I get my speech in there? So hi, my name's Shamel. I teach online scrapbooking classes, I design scrapbooking products, and I help you use them to tell your stories in a creative way. It's not just my hobby, it is my job, and that means anytime I scrapbook on the internet, it is considered advertising, and I have to make sure you're aware of that. So thank you for coming to watch my hashtag advertising. Whether you're here live on Friday morning or you watch on the replay from Tomorrowland. If you do watch from Tomorrowland, can you say hi in the comments? I would really, really appreciate knowing that you are here. It's awesome to see that you are here. And if you watch live and you're looking, if you watch live, there's live chat. But if you watch on the replay and you want to follow along with the chat that happened live, there's been a little confusion about how you can do this. Now, I know YouTube works differently on different devices. So like if you're watching on your TV, I don't know where to find it. I've never done chat on the TV, YouTube TV thing. But on a device where you're in the YouTube app, like an iPad or a computer or anything, if you look underneath the subject line of the video, there's the place where it has thumbs ups and thumbs downs. Thanks for the thumbs ups. And then like share and report and save, those little buttons. In the middle of that, there's a button that says live chat. And you can tick that in the replay, or you can tap that in the replay, and then you'll be able to see the comments. But I'm not sure if live chat works on TV. And it may be different on all different TVs. I have no idea. Right. Okay. Hey, Fiona got her notifications sorted out, so now she's here. Yay. All right. So, photos. These are all old pictures. Whoa, that's a really old picture. Okay. So I haven't printed the purple birthday photos. That'll go with this. Things I have. I've got some Star Wars pictures here. Oh, just two. I've got a single there. I've got Witchy Mickey. Those are duplicates. And I want to make sure I do this with orange, so. Oh yes, it's the 23rd, so it's Shakespeare's birthday and also the day that he died, and it's St. George's Day. Yeah. Right. So are we feeling that I should pick out the red accents or the green ones? I've already done that greenish layout with Link. So maybe I should try this. You know, is this a real stretch to try and find like a witchy inspired page from an Eastery kit that doesn't have a lot of like purposeful red? There's just red accents. Yeah? So let's make it work. Not a bank holiday today, no. Saints' days are not bank holidays as a rule, if I can think of. And no, WB is at school in person today. They went a whole week. Been back all this week. Amazing. All right, so I'm going to trim these down. And thank you to everybody who's already watched the first lesson of Half and Half. Because, you know, if it's going to be hashtag advertising, I might as well mention things that you can sign up for, like Half and Half. So I think quite a few of you who are here watching live are already taking the class. And there you go. We're going to do that. And yeah, so we've had just one proper lesson. We also had like a little starting out video that helps make sure everybody kind of can access everything. Sorry, I couldn't finish my thought there. And Siri says, do you have a schedule? Yeah, it's in that first message. So you get one later today, but it won't be this morning because that's, hi, I'm here. So if you sign up right this second, I will not be able to do anything until I'm done here. But yeah, so the schedule, it's vaguely Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but there are longer videos and shorter videos. And so, yeah. Sarah is saving her her first lesson video for the weekend. I have time to work on it. Okay, so this is definitely going to need to be in there. And this feels very from a wand. So this needs to be in here. It's okay, Siri. Lots of people don't read the emails. So you're not alone if you missed that. But I do, like, the messages that go out have different information than what's in the prompt PDF. So yeah, it says at the end of each class email, it will tell you when to expect the next message. Because the shorter videos versus the longer videos kind of make for little a little variation in the schedule. Just to keep us on our toes. But it's vaguely Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Yeah. I will be perfectly honest with the fact that, you know, school is an iffy thing. I also didn't want to be like, it will 100% be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because the expectations of homeschooling from our school can be can be a significant amount of effort. So I just want to be careful that I don't jinx myself. So I wanted a schedule that had a little bit of flexibility in case, because there's lots of boring stuff that happens behind the scenes with how the messages get, or how the lessons get sent out and all of that. And if something goes wrong on that end, and I need to be at my computer for hours trying to work it out or anything like that, it's just, and after all of that mess with Facebook deciding I was dodgy, now I'm really paranoid that I'm going to get blocked everywhere. Yeah, so there we go. Yes! Yeah. The things that people have been sharing so far, Orangina is saying that she's loving the participant shares because there's so many talented folks already posting, and it's true. And I totally screwed up the hashtag in the last email, and loads of people messaged me about it, and it was so funny. Because obviously if you put in hashtags when you're typing, they come up as, you know, spelling mistakes. So I have them saved like as words. So I had Shamel BOBW, because that's the hashtag we use for this, for Best of Both Worlds. I have that saved as a word, and I had forgotten to save Shamel half and half, which is the class hashtag, as a word in my computer so that it wouldn't autocorrect it every time. So when I didn't catch it, it autocorrected Shamel half and half. It goes back to Shamel BOBW, Best of Both Worlds. And so I had loads of people going, wait, which hashtag am I supposed to use? And I had fixed it on the forum, but obviously once an email goes out, you can't, like, get it back and fix that. Like, oh, I'm a dork. I'm a big dork. But it's okay. Yes, and Siri says that the welcome post even mentions lives on Facebook, because that's where they still were. So today I will update with a link to this and explain that the lives have moved to YouTube. But I am posting on Facebook with the link over here, which hysterically has not been blocked. I'm allowed to link to this. I don't know. It's a mystery. Let's have some yellow. Siri says she's sure she read it, but she just doesn't remember these things unless she writes it down, which is fair enough. It's fair enough. Let's have this yellow here as well with the heart. So these photos are kind of funny if you haven't seen them. Well, I mean, they're funny even if you have seen them, but if you haven't seen them, I'll explain why. Might as well have this black one too. And so when we were doing our dressing up challenge in March, some days on the challenge are really quite straightforward. So there might be a day. Now, of course, I can't think of one. Oh, well, there was a day that was dressed like a Nintendo character. And there was, there's dress as a character from a Disney Broadway show, things like that. Which, they still give you some flexibility. There was just a plain old dress like somebody in Tangled, the movie. So some of them are that specific. But some of them are a little bit more artistic. You have to be a little more creative. Like there was a Clueless meets Disney day where you had to figure out if you choose a Disney character, but then if they were in the movie Clueless, what would they wear? Well, this day was choose a Disney character and how would they dress if they were a modern witch? Not like an actual witch, but like the aesthetic. And WB had to dress as something else for school this day. He had a particular outfit he needed to wear to school. But he decided that I needed to be Mickey. And I have this Halloween dress with spider webs on it. And he gave me instructions to take this outfit and go into this particular part in the park where it's all wooded. And he said, and just look around on the ground and find a wand. Not like, because I could have taken like a Harry Potter wand. We have one of those. Women have a few. But he said, no, just look around on the ground and find a wand. So I have a stick. I did as I was told. I looked around on the ground and I found a wand. So there's my wand. And that's the story of these photos. And I'm also kind of thinking, there's more on here. Okay, let's have the butterflies and even a bird. Sorry if Alex comes to watch this one. I'm warning you, Alex. I'm going to use a bird. Anybody else have issues about birds? I'm sorry. I don't have issues about birds. Ergo, I'm going to use it. Windmills, however, see, I don't use windmills. Thankfully, they've not been a huge trend. Karen says WB just knows what will work. He knows what will work. Hello, Cynthia, who's made it to her first live. Welcome. Welcome to this brand of strange. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I had more than I wanted to do. There was another butterfly. Oh, it's here. 4. And this bird. 5. Oh, Dahlia says, what's wrong with windmills? Nothing's particularly wrong with windmills. When I did my degree, I had one of the courses I did on my studies was about violence in literature. And I had to read a book that was about a serial killer in a windmill. And it was a particularly frightening book. And I just couldn't shake that every time I saw a windmill, I imagined all these horrible graphic scenes that were in the book happening inside that windmill. Pinwheels I'm okay with. Pinwheels are fine. They're little toys. You can't put murders inside them. It's fine. It's fine. And my husband points out that this is ridiculous because I quite enjoy like a true crime kind of story, like that sort of mystery. But this one particular book was just a step too far for me. Just that little bit too far. It happens, right? We all have our limits. I love a good cold case podcast. Fiona says, just imagine it's Jonathan Creek. There you go. That's the right era. When I was studying was when Jonathan Creek was a TV show. Yeah. You're right. That's exactly what I should do. Oh. Horrid book. Gemma says, have I been to the Netherlands? Yeah, just once. I took the train in the dark. Oh, Joanne has been watching a horrific crime story. I did one time Oh, okay. I'm going to tell you, and then I'm just going to laugh. Have you ever picked something on Netflix or something and not read the description or not paid enough attention to the description, and then what you end up watching is completely different than what you expected? So I did that with a crime show on Netflix, because sometimes Netflix gets the categories all wrong. Or it just says, you'll like this. And you're like, will I? Okay. I don't know. And I watched something because the title was not at all serious. And yeah, it's a show. The title has to do with cats, but I'm not going to say it because it has swears even in the title. So there you go. If it comes up in your recommendations, you know. And I thought it was going to be like, I don't know, I was imagining it being like a mockumentary kind of thing from the title and the one-line description. No. True crime. Tracking down of a guy. And I thought it was going to be funny. But then I couldn't turn it off because I also needed to know how it ended. I was invested at this point. Oh my goodness. That didn't mess me up like windmills, but it did make me pay more attention to what I pressed play on streaming services. Oh. I don't know why I thought it was going to be a mockumentary. I really did. It's not a mockumentary. Okay, so I'm this far. I know I haven't put this on a background yet. It's okay. We'll get there. I promise it will get to 12 by 12. Right now it's just looking lovely on Maleficent. I'm going to ink these and then figure out how to stick them together. Dun, dun, dun. A whole bunch of ink edging ASMR for you. Elaine says I shouldn't go to the Norfolk Broads. It's okay. No, Dahlia knows the show I'm referencing. And she's had a warning from it coming up in other people's discussions. She knows to steer clear. And Siri points out, if I just keep adding layers behind the photo, it will turn into a 12 by 12 at some point. Yes, exactly. My problem is that I always have to make sure that I don't make it go past a 12 by 12. But we'll get there. I'm curious, where did I cut the rainbow paper? No, the rainbow paper is too pastel. Shame. Yes, but no. This bit would work though. Yeah, look at that. And what about I kind of like that. What's on that giant cut apart that I hadn't cut into? Because I'm a dork. Giant cut apart, meaning the one that's this one. Okay, 6 by 4. Karen wants to name her desk, but her desk is quite small, so she doesn't think she should name it something like Maleficent. Why not? Do we know the story about why my desk is called Maleficent, or are we just rolling with it? I can tell you the story if you want. Or it can just be like Tino. And we never find out. 1,000,000 bonus points if you just got the Tino reference. Okay. Tell the story. Okay, so the story is actually... I was going to use this site. Hold on. I'll tell you about Maleficent in a second. Oh, goodness. Look, it looks like a great idea. No, it does not. Okay, never mind. Okay, story. I want this darker floral, I think. So the story is, when Cassie, who often comes and watches lives when she doesn't have to work, I think she's at work right about now. Well, you know, in her front room. When Cassie and I and Wonder Boy went to Florida, the Maleficent sequel, the second Maleficent movie, was released while we were there. If you've never been to Disney during a film release, just imagine the hashtag advertising that goes on. Yeah. Like, every time you turn around, they're going to remind you that they have a new film. And everywhere we went, you turn around and there would be Maleficent's eyes and her big fairy horns, like, staring down at you. And we went to see we went to go watch Ben Crane sing, and it was right next to the cinema in Disney Springs, and the cinema was just covered in banners of Maleficent's face. So between Cassie and I, this became a joke that every time we turned around, we would go, "Oh, did you know there's a new Maleficent movie?" And it became code for anything that gets mentioned too many times. Yeah, because the amount of mentioning Maleficent was definitely overkill. You could not have been at Disney and not known that there was a new Maleficent movie out that week. So when I started making the joke of, have I mentioned my new desk? Cassie started replying by saying, did you know there's a second Maleficent movie? And every time I would post a picture of my desk on Instagram or anything and make any slight reference to my desk, she would message and she would say, did you know there's a second Maleficent movie? We should go see it. And so the desk is now called Maleficent. There we go. There we go. Now, I want to use this, but I need to figure out where, because I don't really want this. I just like that. I think this feels very, quote unquote, modern witch aesthetic. So I'm going to use these sides. So, Cassie's a good one with making sure the jokes never end. Closer, closer, closer. There. Oh, I didn't ink that. Of course I didn't. Whoop, 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 whoop. Siri says that should be a page. I'm sure it will be. I should probably print up the picture of some Maleficent advertising as well as a picture of the desk. Maybe I just make it go all the way across as if it is actually a big long strip, even though it's not. So use something straight to figure out where it will be. I love that you were just rolling with it, Dahlia. Dahlia was going, Shamel's desk is called Maleficent. Yeah, of course. And? No big deal. Oh, Joy has a dream box and she needs to she needs to name it. She needs to advertise it. Sorry, I was reading Heather's comment above yours at the same time. So Heather was at Disney when Big Hero 6 came out. So she knows the level of hashtag advertising of which I speak. But Joy has had a dream box for 6 months and she hasn't figured out what she's going to name it yet. I did that straight edge and it still doesn't look straight. I think it needs to come down a little bit. Okay, that looks better. Did I ink this one either? No. Sarah asks, Joy, what do you love about your dream box? And what does she help you do? Jean has to go because she had to Google Maleficent to see what I was talking about. Maleficent is the baddie from Sleeping Beauty. She has 2 movies of her own that are live action where she's played by Angelina Jolie, and it's like her origin story. It is, especially the first one, is definitely worth a watch because it really makes you rethink the fairy tale. Yeah. I mean, you might. You may have already thought it through in the way that they present, but you may not have. Okay, I think I need to get this on a background soon because I need to figure out what I'm doing with these. Because that's more than 12. Get it on a background, Shema. Get it on a background. All right. But I can't use a kit background. I put in all those extra wood grains and then I used them straight at the beginning. Exactly. Sarah says, she's not the baddie, she's just misunderstood. So misunderstood. Right. I passed in my stash a really lovely background the other day that I thought I should pull that out and use it when I'm out of backgrounds on a Best of Both Worlds day. Do I remember what it was now? No, I do not. Of course not. Because that would just be way too sensible. But I'm looking to see if I... Oh! I could put it on red. Or yellow. Or gray. Is gray more... Okay, hold on. I'm going to pull these... I'm going to pull out the red and the gray. I'm not going to do the yellow. And you may help me decide what you think is the better choice. Okay, so we can put it on. Gray. Or we can put it on red. Vote now. Red or gray? So far, gray. Very modern witchy. Oh, and then Sarah's like, oh, but the red, also the red. Half and half, red and gray. What's the other side? Polka dots. I can do that. I can do that. I've already sang that in my house once today. All right. I love that I'm converting you all to thinking like I do about pattern papers. I can't decide between one. I'll just have both. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Joy's like, it's too much red. What? I'm sorry, have we met? Is there such a thing? Too much? What is this concept you speak of? Too much? No. No such thing. Too much. All right. Come here. Joy stands corrected. At least you're willing to consider other options. Georgia says if Chamella's around, there is never too much of anything. Oh my goodness. Oh, Sarah's got to go at 10:30 and she doesn't want to. Okay, it's time to make people gasp, but it's because I have more of that red, I think. I have no shortage of red paper. So here we go. Time to make some people gasp. It's okay. Oh no, now we've got languages I don't speak in the comments. I need to hire multilingual moderators. Just kidding. I'm not that big. Not that fancy. Okay. And you know what it needs? Where'd they go? I had them. I was going to be all dramatic and pull them out of the drawer. Oh, where did I put them? Oh, they are in the drawer. I just looked right past them. Oh, the picture's out of focus. Krista, go out and come back in. Because the picture's in focus for everybody else, right? Is there anybody else where the picture's out of focus? Because that sounds like you've just not got a good connection. Just go out and come back in. Okay. Cool. Right. Yeah, Krista, hopefully you can go out and come back in. Hopefully you can also understand me. Oh, look at Georgia. Thank you. Oh, Dahlia points out, if you've got options, you may need to choose high resolution. You're right. I forgot about that. Okay. Thank you for all your help. Here. There we go. Now, these. Oh, that needs more underneath. Do I like the foam strips? Yeah. I'm worried about how fast I will go through them. And, you know, but they do make things a bit more stable, where I like to put whole sections of the page up on Pop Dots. Pop it up. And I'm very conscious of the fact that you have to wait for me to peel off the backs, which is not exciting viewing. So yeah, I probably will put one more back here, but I didn't want to get this too stuck when I want to tuck things underneath. All right. Speaking of, so we're going to cut out this little divot. Is divot the correct term for this? I don't know, but it's the word that I use. Ah, that was bad scissoring. But I have the other side. I'm going to try the other side. Let's see if I can do a better job. That was not good scissoring, Chanel. You're going to lose your reputation for being a scissor whiz if you make mistakes like that on live. Okay, that was better. It's not great, but it's better. I find that shape one of the hardest things to cut with scissors. And George is like, shaker pockets. I want to use the foam strips for shaker pockets. Okay. Maybe I can come up with some sort of shaker pocket on the birthday page. I wonder. Because I got a lot. Which one's the better one? This one. Oh, the sound went weird for Sarah. Does it sound weird for everybody or just me? Or just Sarah? Oh, how strange. Okay. Well, I don't know why the sound went. Okay. And 5. There. And what else shall we have? Got 2 butterflies. like this idea of them being tucked behind. Oh! Siri says my sound might be going if something is blinking up on my phone. Hold on, let's have a look. Okay. Nothing that I can see. But you're right. I will investigate if I need to set any other, further do not disturbs. I know I figured out why it paused the other day, which was because it had given me that battery warning to say the phone is about to run out of juice. If you're curious, that foam strip lifted up not too badly. Maybe the birdhouse is too much. But it was going to give me an excuse to sing Birdhouse in my soul. Your soul. Build a little birdhouse in your soul. Yeah. There's a mouse there. I'm covering up the mouse on a page where I'm dressed as Mickey Mouse as a witch in the woods. But the mouse is already kind of covered. We know he's there. Bye-bye, mouse bum. Okay. Where could I put the birdhouse other than in my soul? I'm your only friend. I'm not your only friend, but I'm a little glowing friend. Really, I'm not actually your friend, but I... Nope, it's too weird. Oh, well, I kind of like it here, tucked behind. I know it's a little odd, but I also kind of like it for the witchy vibe, for the witchy and the foresty vibe. I really hope I'm not... I'm going to tell you the truth. I almost didn't scrapbook these photos because I wasn't sure if in trying to like scrapbook the aesthetic, I'd end up being a little, I don't know, almost offensive with trying to figure out what is a witchy vibe in pattern paper. I don't know. I may have been overthinking it, but if I wasn't and I'm offensive, help a girl out. Ah! Is the mouse on here? Yes. Should I put the mouse in somewhere? The headless bird. You think this one should come up here now? Well, actually, now that there's these, yeah, I could move that up there. And then we have the mouse bone. Okay. Now, florals. No, Fiona knows a song about a mouse in a windmill in Amsterdam. What? No. Oh, I will counter that with, even old New York was once New Amsterdam. Why they changed it, I can't say. People just liked it better that way. Okay. Right. I think the blue and purple flowers are too much. But I kind of wondered about leaves. Now, this is what you get when I give you variety in a kit. Learning point. This is a very different style of paper to this and this. Okay, this is what I tend to call a sketchy, cartoony style. That is in no way I went to art school kind of terminology, because I didn't. But hold the thought with me. Things that are kind of sketchy, cartoony have a very different look than something that has a more realistic style of illustration. And this, it's not a photo, but it's that kind of style. It may actually, I don't know what their creative process was for making this, but it may have involved actual photos. Whereas this obviously did not. This is drawn. Yeah? Okay, so putting those two things together, it's not impossible, but it can be very difficult. They don't naturally look like they should go together. The cartoony stuff, despite being different brands, will go to like this. Simple Stories, 2 from Echo Park, 1 from Bella Boulevard. Those 4 work together beautifully, no problem. But then putting in something that's more photorealistic or a realistic style of illustration is a little more difficult. Then bringing in a third style where watercolor is very different. It's not a cartoony, sketchy kind of thing. It is a different style that we see. It's an impression of what the flower looks like. Yeah. The sketches don't, like the sketchy, cartoony style doesn't try to make it accurate. This is making it accurate. This is not trying to make it accurate. And the watercolor is an impression of it being accurate. Yeah, so you know that it doesn't really look like that, but your mind has no problem figuring it out. Right. So putting all 3 together, I think, is a little too much. But I wanted to try the leaves, just in case. But they're not the right leaves. Is that a learning point? I don't know. Maybe. I hope so. Can help you in mixing your papers. But I do mix these things on purpose in the kits so that you have things that will challenge you, things that will give you new ways to mix and match. All right. What am I calling this? Mouse in the woods. Okay, phew. Joanne says it was absolutely a learning point. Yay, okay. Mouse in the woods? Go find a wand. I feel like go find a wand needs to be a subtitle. Maybe down here. And I've got the little yellow tiles. Let me do that. Go find a wand. Yay! Georgia says this alpha book has been really handy, and she is very glad she made this purchase. And she bought the sticker book with all the letters. Okay, go find a wand. It's down here. And what should I put up the top? Hello, Valerie. Yeah, I'm not too far from the end now. Oh, Georgia being clever, saying, let's go for a wander. Aren't you clever? I was so eclipsed by your cleverness that I got my spacing messed up. I fixed it. mouse magic. Valerie says, how do I see live chat while on the iPad? You have to turn it on. So make the video small again. Turn the live chat on, and then go back to full screen, and it should go down the left-hand side of your screen on your iPad. Yeah. Okay. Mouse magic. MAGICMOUS. I've got no big E. What about white? Oh, Elaine points out I should put the word modern in there. Okay, I can do mouse in white. Okay. All right, so I'm going to do yellow, white, yellow. Sarah says, totally modern Minnie, except you're Mickey. But Minnie already is an except because it's totally modern. No, it's thoroughly modern. Thoroughly modern Millie. Yes? So the totally modern Minnie is one twist, and then Mickey is the step beyond that. Georgia! Yes, there's white. Yeah. Pink, orange, yellow, blue, purple, white. Are you sure? Look, are you sure you don't have it and it just looks like an empty page? Because that's the white. It looks like an empty page. But you can tell because the tiles have black ink. Have a look. Oh, you have the lights instead of spring, so you've got a slightly different color palette. What colors have you got? And lights. So magic has magically fit right in that spot. Amazing. That C is lower than it should have been. Can I fix it? Okay. Magic. Mouse. Janet has finally found the live chat. It was hiding from you. Now I'm going to do mouse. I'm going to start from the end. Oh, it's going to be so bright. I don't think I wanted it white. I'm just going to try a different size in the yellow. Can I do it in? Can I do it in the smaller one? Yeah. Okay. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use all 3 sizes of the yellow letter stickers. That's what I'm going to do. The only thing I don't like about these sorts of letter stickers is that because they're on that thinner stock that you get in a sticker book versus a sheet. Hold on. they're harder to place. I'm curious, Valerie, what happens? Oh, okay. So Valerie, I'm on in the YouTube app on my iPad for the one where I can see you guys. Okay. So if I have the screen on the small setting and the live chat turned on, so that when the screen is small, when the video box is small, then the text is running down the right hand side. Okay. Then I click on the video to make it full screen. Then it takes about 30 seconds before the chat starts showing up, but it overlays the video on the left hand side. But it does take a little delay. So it could be that. But beyond that, I don't know. Okay, so what I'm doing here, I want it to be squared up. So place first and last letter, middle letter, and then I've got these two gaps to put the letters in between. Annoyingly, I tell you how to do it that way, and I think I've kind of messed it up because that gap is too big. So I'm going to try and move the U. Just a little bit. And the S. So yeah, Valerie, there's just not, the chat's not moving fast enough for you to see it, maybe. I don't know. But that's my guess. That's my guess. Okay. All right, that feels better. Modern at the top. Hopefully I've got the right letters for that. Yeah. So same thing. I'm going to do my M here and my N over here. And yeah, M-O-D-E-R. Yeah, Sarah says the thinner letters are quite unforgiving if you want to move them around, and that's like literally all the things that I do. Oh, okay. That needs to come way in further because I could see that gap was way too big for just two letters. D, E. Have I managed it? Yes. So close. But see, I like to wiggle them about a bit. There we go. All right. So I need to finish up here. Let me walk you through what's going to happen. Do I have enamel dots left from this kit? I think I have a few. Are they hiding somewhere? Oh, and I have that stencil. Okay. I'm going to have to clean it before I do this. What I want to do is emphasize this diagonal here. The journaling is going to go on there. This needs something. I don't like this valley. So that's going to need maybe another of the 2x2 squares. Maybe there's something else on there that would work. This one could work. All right. So journaling's going to go on that card, and then I want to emphasize a diagonal line that goes from the top left to the bottom right, which is totally my comfort zone. I know, but it's my comfort zone for a reason. I know it works, and I really like it. And it's a natural way to lead the eye across all the elements that you've got. Okay, let's see if I can pop this up here. Oh. I need to go like that. Okay. Oh, that's not quite right either. Maybe I bring it down and I don't have the text. I like that a lot better. Okay. Journaling's going to go there. I probably will need a little bit more, so I might put some journaling down here too. Then there's going to be a sprinkling along here. That sprinkling is going to include 3 things that I don't have time to show you right now, but you can totally follow. You know what it's going to be. So I'm going to do some stenciling with that asterisk that is going to bring me from that corner to kind of where that butterfly picks up here. And then the same again, it'll come out from underneath those bottom layers. So I'm doing that and bring this down to the end. Okay. Then that will dry and I will bring in gold mist. And I'll do gold mist along this diagonal too, not on the photos, but from here to here and here to here. And then I'll bring in, once that's dry, I'll bring in the enamel dots that I have left in the kit and I'll scatter them along that same diagonal. Yes! And then it will be done. So hilariously, a bonus half and half page there because all of you in the comments asked for it. Because I gave you the option to keep it all gray or all red and you said, wait. Let's not decide. Let's do half and half. And I love it. It worked really well. Georgia says sequins. You could totally use sequins along there. But I know I have more enamel dots left to use in this kit, so I'm going to stick with that for now. But you could totally use sequins. All right. I think that's everything. Oh, if you wanted to change this up photo-wise, well, here's how it looks this direction, and you could turn the title that way. These are all squares, so obviously you can just swap them. They're not going to change size. And you could do it 3. You could turn it this way and do 3 landscapes. Maybe print them just a tiny bit smaller so that they're not a block. But I think if you printed them, you could definitely do it 3 by 4, but possibly even a little bigger than 3 by 4. I'm just looking that there could be room for 3 here instead of just 2, if that helps. Okay. I think that's everything. Thank you so much for joining in today. If you're doing half and half, you will see me again later today. And I will see you there. If you're not doing half and half and you want to join in the fun, go on then. It's at shamel.com, and right now it's still I've left it the top post. So when you go to shamel.com, it'll be the first post on the blog, and you can sign up for that class and get all those videos and all the sharing fun there. And that's all different supplies. And if you want to join in for May, click the links in the description that will take you to what the May kit looks like. You can either order it online through those links. Awesome, thank you. Or you can shop local. If you've got a local store, please support them. Or if you've got loads of stash, look for stuff in your stash that's similar and build your own kit from what you've got and use what you've already paid for. All 3 ways of shopping are totally welcome. And then you can have a kit assembled, ready for May. And yes, I have just now, for the first time, realized that we need to come up with some sort of Avengers link-in for making your own kit. So, leave that with me. We'll figure it out. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful weekend. If you enjoyed this, I really appreciate the thumbs up, or tell a friend, or both. See you later. Bye-bye.